Now, with this country becoming more and more unaffordable, this is where financial literacy and accountability is going to come into play. Because if you can't be accountable for your own finances when things are tough, then you're going to be screwed. You're going to really put yourself in a hard place, right? So that's why you need to start taking your personal finances very seriously. You need to. You have no other choice. Because the alternative is, if you don't, if you keep on spending without care, if you keep on taking out loans, all it's going to take is one, not even emergency, but life is going to throw a curveball. Whether that's an emergency or, you know, an unfortunate layoff, for you to really realize that you're not going to survive, right? And what do I mean by survive? I just mean like just being able to afford your rent, your mortgage, you know, just being able to afford food, right? I'm not talking about all the extra stuff. So you really need to sit down, take a look at your bank statements, see where your money is flowing to, and if you can cut it. Because at this point, I mean, that's the first step, right? Figure out where your money's going, cut any excess, and then figure out how to make more. But not more from like a second or third job. I mean more from some kind of business. It has to be a business, because if you're going to be working hard, why not make the most money, right? Why not? And sure, at first, when you start a business, you're likely just reinvesting all of the profit. You're not pocketing anything. I understand that. But you give it a few years, you start to build equity in your business. You start to build a decent cash buffer, and then after that, you not only have an asset that you can go ahead and sell if you set it up properly and you have very low key man risk, but you've got something that you can continue to build, and it's something that it's yours, right? You have say. It's not someone else that has the say. So if you have the head for it, if you have the tolerance, the pain tolerance, the financial risk tolerance, I say go ahead and start a business. If you don't want to start a business, if you don't have the tolerance, you don't have the patience for it, learn a skill that's going to pay you more. You know, learn a skill that's going to pay you more, and just keep upskilling yourself. And if you can't get raises, keep it moving, but only switch jobs if you have the bankroll to support yourself in the midterm, in the meantime, I mean, you know. And I would say you should only jump ship if you have something else lined up. But if you don't, make sure you have the cash. Cash is king. Cash is oxygen. If you don't have cash, you don't have options.